Hello, my name is Everett Winchester. Welcome to Real Truth and Power, where we provide powerful content to uplift the community with health, wealth, and knowledge of self. Come on into the building, family. We got a powerful show today. So let's get into it.
Uplifting the community. Let's talk about it.
You are now tuned in to Real Truth and Power, the show that uplifts the community with health, wealth, and knowledge of self. Here's your host, Everett Winchester.
All right, peace and blessings, family. I wanted to talk to everybody about diversity and why Black people should fear it. But first of all, let's look into the definition of diversity. I want you guys to, I want you guys to look at the second one, because the first one is pretty much saying the state of being diverse. But look at it. The second definition is the practice or quality of including or involving people from a range of different social, ethnic backgrounds and different genders, sexual orientations, etc. So basically what it's saying diversity means is, for example, my son went to a private school, majority white, but they wanted to get Black people into the school because they needed diversity. They wanted Black people, different cultures. So when you go into the real business world, you're going to have to deal with Black people or different cultures. So they wanted their school diverse. And diversity can give you some advantages. That's what I thought anyway. I want to be in a diverse neighborhood with whites and Blacks and stuff like that. You were thinking that way at one time. But now I want to look at the origin of diversity, and it means divert. Now here's a different definition, as you can see. Divert, cause someone or something to change course. So you're diverting. I'm going one way and you divert me in a different direction. A scheme to divert water from the river. So pretty much it's taking you from one direction to another. And that made me think, well, that kind of doesn't sound like diversity. So I did my research. And the concept of diversity started in 1705. It was the Diversity Act. It was a policy to divert resources, attention, opportunities, but more importantly, population power away from Black people. Well, what's population power? You see, in 1705, the slave population started to grow. It was like 40% nationally, and down south it was like 50%. Up north people were getting worried. You got all these Blacks, some of them becoming free. The population is growing. Down south it was a little different. They whipped their slaves. They gave them psychological damage. They gave them physical damage, but more importantly, they gave them terror to the slaves. So what happened was in 1705, you got all these slaves coming over here. The population is changing. It's starting not to be about white domination and a few slaves. There were more slaves counted than white people. So what did they do? The Diversity Act meant that white people could carry arms. It also meant that white people should be part of the militia, the police department or whatever, to carry arms to control Black people. More importantly, the Diversity Act meant that, you had to monitor the Black people, have a watch over them, control them. That's what the Diversity Act was in 1705. And here we are today thinking that diversity means something else. We have to look at the origins of where things happen and where things come from. So in 1705, the white people diverted. They said these Black people are getting all of this power and stuff like that. We're going to divert these resources and make sure they never have them. So population power, the more population, the more numbers you have, you start to get power. And they couldn't have that. So they started getting guns and making sure we were under control. Sounds like the same things that's happening today, especially down Florida with the protect, stand your ground laws and stuff like that. All of that stuff comes down to black people. So if you're in Florida and you shoot a black person, I stood my ground. That's the Diversity Act. That's where that started, to control the population. So I just wanted to educate you guys on that. That's why black people should fear diversity. We got to really be on point. And learn ourselves, man. I hope this little message, a tutorial, got you heated, got you aware, to make sure that when you start talking about diversity that may hurt the black community, we need to start taking over our own. So if you're going to a mixed school, or whatever the case may be, what about the all black schools and things of that nature? They're trying to make sure we're not getting together with power. What's your thoughts? Put it in the comments, man. I like to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in. Just wanted to give you guys a message for the day. And again, my name is Everett Winchester. Thank you for tuning in to Real Truth and Power. Peace. Watch out for diversity. I think black people should be worried about it and fear it. Hold tap. Real Truth and Power.
Real truth and power, health, wealth, knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk about it. Real truth and power, health, wealth, knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk